welcome back. Well, with just 13 days to go, the World Cup fever has well and truly caught on. Now, rather than that, several Indian fans are going all out to support their team, and the cricketers are doing their best as well. Zaheer Khan, as seen here, getting a new look for the World Cup, also made sure he got the Indian tricolour woven into his hair as part of his new World Cup look. And on to some news from the tennis courts now. Well, Commonwealth and Asian gold medalist Somdev Varman has reached his first final ATP in 2 years, in fact, after beating South African Isaac van der Merwe in straight sets. The 25-year-old aced the set 6-2, 6-4 to move on to his second career final. He is now close to clinching 250 ATP World Tour points and pocketing almost $76,500. Now, in this summer clash, Somdev will face fourth-seeded South African Kevin Anderson. And over to the Madras Motorsports Club or the Irangatukottai racetrack. Well, for all those speedster fans gathered in the stands to watch the superbikes whiz past and grab an eye full of the MRF Formula 1600s burn its rubber on the tracks, there was more. Tricksters who flew in all the way from America to define for us the real meaning of crazy. Natasha caught up with the Daredevil trio.
If you thought it was crazy enough to watch them in action on the tracks, then you might as well meet them up close and personal here. So really, what drives you guys to do what you do best?
Well, yeah, we started racing when we were kids, and then somehow we started doing tricks and we thought it was fun, and we started building up, getting better and better, and here we are doing crazy stuff like this.
All right, I'm going to come to how you got that injury on your nose, but eventually, anyway, moving on to you guys, of course, do you have any specialty in terms of which trick you like, which stunt you have as your favorite?
I have sort of a different style. I take everybody else's style, a lot of the big guys in America, and I mix them all together. So a lot of my tricks that I have, nobody has names for them or nobody's ever seen them, so I like to just innovate new stuff and come up with new tricks.
All right. Also, in terms of the crowd support here, when you guys are practicing, you don't have much of a crowd. So I noticed that you needed the crowd support, really. You were going off and coming back in. How much of a criteria is that?
It's pretty big when you're out practicing and stuff and you're hitting jumps. It's not as fun because the crowd's not screaming and yelling. There's no one, if you're going to crash, there's no one to crash for. So like when the crowd's screaming, then you always want to go bigger and take more chances, and that's what we do. It's fun.
Okay, each one of you, give me your favorite injuries that you've ever gotten so far. Start off with you.
Wait, favorite or worst?
Worst.
They're not fun.
Well, if you're asking about favorite, my favorite injury is when I get knocked out because I don't remember nothing. There's no pain. So, well, the worst is the one that you break something and you have to heal and it takes months and you don't ride, so that's the worst one.
That's the worst one. What about you?
My worst one is the one I just had about a year ago where I broke my heel off and put it up into my foot, and then I broke my ankle pretty good. So far that's my worst, but yeah.
All right. What about you?
Mine was in September. I broke 3 ribs. One rib punctured my lung. The other rib ripped a hole in my kidney. So I spent 2 days in the hospital. They wanted me in there for like a week and a half. After 2 days and I wasn't peeing blood anymore, I got up, put my clothes on and left.
Well, at a time when 2 Bollywood stars were raided by income tax officials, there's one man who can offer sound advice on paying taxes. After all, Akshay Kumar is the highest taxpayer, or so he claims. Khiladi number 1 speaks to NDTV. Let's take a look.
You've come from Chandni Chowk to Mumbai. I mean, it's really like a film script, as it were, because it's so different from what Bollywood seems to have become now.
I started from Chandni Chowk. I used to sell artificial jewelry here, and I used to work in Calcutta as a travel agent.
I won't ask you how much you earn now.
Oh, well.
Especially not with income tax rates in the current scenario.
No, don't worry about that. I mean, I am not worried about it.
No, I know you, but as taxpayer, weren't you?
Yeah, since last 7-8 years, I've been as the highest taxpayer, and I've been getting some manpatra from income tax, thanks to them. And so I'm not worried about it, even if you ask me how much I earn.
So I can ask you how much you earn?
Yeah, sure, you can ask me.
How much?
0.
Why? Who takes all the money?
I'll tell you why. I mean, it's a very simple thing. I produce my own movie, so my remuneration is 0. I got this opportunity to do a modeling assignment for a furniture showroom. And there I was sitting near 2 chairs and 1 bed. For 2 hours I just kept on doing this, and then they gave me a check of 21,000 rupees. Yellow, jao. I said, okay, let me take my career this way, because there must be some kind of a message that I should go this side. And that's the time, ma'am. I started working on it, and after that I'd never looked back.
I have just one more surprise guest, so can we bring her in?
And that's all we have packed for you tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.